Well, hey there, all. Cashmagnet Guru coming right at you. I thought I would do a kind of semi tutorial on rolling back your phones off of Oreo, if it's possible. Now, I know, like the Galaxy S7, I believe it came preloaded with Marshmallow. It was either Marshmallow or Nougat. I'm not really sure which. Um, but this is also directed towards people with LGs. And I actually did this with 26 of my Aristo 2s. I'd done this a while back. So Cashmagnet was so buggy, and still is. And they just have not been dealing with phones that are Oreo or Pi. They're way buggier. So if your phone and check, and maybe you actually know what was the stock operating system on it, what version of Android, if it was Nougat or Marshmallow or Lollipop or whatever. It just cannot start out with Oreo. I don't believe. Now don't quote me on that because I'm not absolutely positive. But if it is a Samsung or an LG, you can roll it back if it's on Oreo. So what I'm going to do is kind of gloss over, and what I'll do is I'll leave these links that I go over in the description below. So if you're going to be kind of gutsy enough to try it out, and really with the LG, it was very easy. It was scary, pretty scary, grabbing I paid $40 for my phones. Pretty scary grabbing one of those phones and saying, okay, I'm about ready to flush this down the toilet, but I'm going to give it a shot anyway. And I'm gonna throw out the disclaimer here. Do this at your own risk. Make sure you read through these guides that I'm going to be going through, and kind of know what you're doing. I'm not responsible if you brick your phone. Basically, that's what I'm saying. So, okay. Well, I'm going to hop right into it. This guy, Tech Knight, was awesome. He's got some Aristo 2 tutorials, but he's also got some other tutorials. And this is at XDA Developers. These guys are phenomenal. The problem with a lot of the tutorials they have here is they don't start out for the people that know absolutely nothing. Now, Tech Knight actually did. And I had one big hiccup when I did that, and I'll go over that in a minute. So what you're basically going to do is load a different operating system onto the phone, and that's going to override the Oreo and roll it back to like Nougat or Marshmallow, or Nougat or Marshmallow, whichever one you want, depending on whether it was like Marshmallow to begin with or whatever. So, and that all depends on what kind of phone you got. So, one thing I did find out, this was kind of nice. This LG Up, which actually facilitates the loading of the ROM, and ROM is no more than the operating system. Same terminology. I actually screwed up one of my rooted phones when I had my phones rooted, and I could not get anywhere. So I actually redid one of them with this, and I could get to the loading screen, and that was it. And this actually solved my problem. So the LG app is the program that you'll start off with. And what I'll do is I'll go over that really quick. It's actually a very, very simple program. So, and I'll include both these in the description. A big thing with this is right here, right click and select run as administrator. Absolutely have to do that. I spent like 2 weeks waiting to hear back from Tech Night because it wouldn't work. So I actually got to that point, but what you also have to do is the KDZ file. That is the ROM. That's the operating system. And so you have your LG up, and I should have downloaded this stuff, but it's just kind of late. But so you grab. Let's see if I can open this up. And what I did was, and it's going to be fairly specific. So, and you can only do one of these per, or maybe it's 2 per day. So I don't know what's going. Okay, so here we go. So here's all the different firmwares, and you kind of, I don't think it really mattered where whether it's PCS or T-Mobile. I think all mine were PCS. But I think it does matter on the Samsungs. So what I did was I just grabbed one of these, and when you get to that point, you're actually gonna power off your phone and then connect it via USB. Press and hold the volume plus, and that'll put you into download mode. So on your phone, it should show up as here's your phone that's connected. And here's where you tell it which file to grab. That XDA file. So, and then you just hit start. I mean, it's really that simple. But, to make it all work, you just got to remember, you have to put it in administrator mode, whichever one you use. And I don't remember which one I used. I don't think it really mattered. I'm not sure which one it really matters. I think I probably did developer. So, but like this is showing you a whole bunch of extensive stuff, and you don't need any of that. So I'm guessing it's going to be the same exact way for any LG phone. Definitely check. Do a search on these XDA developer forums to see if there's something a little tricky. And like I said, make sure that your phone can be. It was actually, Nougat or Marshmallow to begin with. I don't think you can take an original Oreo phone back to Nougat. I don't think you can do that. I could be wrong. I'm not willing to use one of my phones and try that out. So, and again, do this all at your own risk. So in the same process, it sounds like you do the same process for a Samsung. and you just use a different program. And you just use the program Odin, and so, and it's basically the same principle again. You know, you put you're putting your phone into download mode. You're plugging it in. And starting Odin. And I believe you have to put Odin in. I was thinking you had to put Odin in administrator mode too, but I'm not seeing in this tutorial that you have to do it. I am going to post a video of a guy doing it on a. I'm not sure what. I think he was doing it on a Samsung Edge. I am not so sure about all these fields. The guy in the video kind of talks about them though. So these tar files, that is basically that's basically, you know, same thing as the KDZ, you know, just a different format for the Samsungs instead. So, but I mean, this looks pretty straightforward. You know, you're basically doing the same exact thing that I went over in more detail with the LGs. And I'm pretty sure on some of the like the ZTEs, I don't think they can be. I don't think this can happen, or maybe it's just, you know, all of like the track phones, just because they have some crazy security on their phones that what you're basically doing, and this is going to go over a lot of people's heads, is unless you've rooted a phone before, is you're getting into the bootloader of it, and you're basically, what they say, flashing the ROM on it, and that's just basically changing the operating system. And you can find a zillion videos and tutorials on any of this stuff. So I just was kind of throwing it out there for the people that are pulling their hair out dealing with their phones that are on Oreo or possibly even Pi, and saying, okay, you know, I took the chance, you know, if your earnings are bad, you know, and if Cashmagnet is really just continuing dragging their feet on updating or getting Oreo rolled out, you know, what do you really have to lose, you know, unless you've spent a lot of money on your phone. You know, throw it out there, give it a shot. You know, it's don't ask me questions, because I'm seriously not gonna, unless you actually have an LG phone. I really probably can't help you. I've never used the Odin. I've never tried it on my Samsungs. I guarantee you, if one of my Samsungs did come up in Oreo, yeah, I'd definitely be learning how to use the Odin really fast, because the earnings are so much different. I'm pretty sure on that. So hopefully this helps you guys out a little bit. You know, that's all I'm trying to do is help you guys make more money off of Cashmagnet and making things smooth. And hopefully this does help. So post down in the comments section if you've done this before, and you know, or if you're going to try to take the plunge, or if this video got you to take the plunge, and and you gave it a shot. You know, let us all know what happened if you did. All right. Well, this is Cashmagnet Guru coming to you from the balmy central Nebraska. Okay, it's like 40 degrees. So, all right. Y'all take care. Peace.